Hi everyone, my name is James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew.
From the Studio Rats.
Yes. Why am I here? What the hell is this?
I do ask myself that sometimes.
Yes.
So, the good people at Thomann have sent us some new toys to play with. And we thought, well, that's fun and all that.
Yeah.
It's not very educational.
It's not, is it? And no one really wants to watch a video on a microphone because it's such a niche market. Mm-hmm. So what we thought we'd do is to do a video on how to mic up, or how we mic up guitar cabs.
Yeah. And actually, for two people who argue about most things,
yes,
we actually agree on this pretty much.
Pretty much.
So, behind us, on my rather abused but perfectly formed for this sort of video Marshall 412.
That is the ugliest cab I've ever seen in my life.
But we were going to use the other cab, but the thing is you can't see the speaker cone.
Okay.
And there's a really good reason for showing the cones and stuff. We're using the Griffin Talon amp, which is kind of modern Marshall type thing, which we both really like.
Really good.
And we have two microphones. Now, it's pretty much agreed that the entire world mics a electric guitar cabinet with this bad boy. This is a Shure SM57.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. Everyone is copying everybody else.
I think that's what's happened. Is someone stuck or it just became the industry standard, didn't it? And it's not the nicest sounding microphone by any means. It's very mid-focus, isn't it?
Yes, and you could say guitars are a very mid-focused thing.
Yeah.
But as guitar tone has improved over the years and become broader, the microphone technology picking them up hasn't.
It's true. So what's happened is Shure have just released this bad boy, which is
this bad boy.
This bad boy here, which is the Nexadyne 5. Tell us about the Nexadyne 5, and then we're going to go into how to mic up a guitar cab, because we've got to do this because this is a sponsor video. Thank you, Thomann, for asking us to make this video, and thank you, Shure, for asking us to make this video. But this isn't just all about this microphone. This is about how to mic up a cab.
Okay, so Nexadyne 5 is one of Shure's new range of Nexadyne microphones, specifically kind of engineered towards guitar cabinets, electric guitar, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It is what's referred to as a supercardioid dynamic microphone. So,
excuse me.
So dynamic microphone, basically, it's all electromechanical. It does not require phantom power. So you can run it on pretty much any interface, recording console, anything like that.
Still bored.
Supercardioid, meaning it's got a very, very focused pickup pattern, which is great live. So Nexadyne 5 uses the, well, rehearse this, you know, Shure Revonic dual engine transducer technology to precisely calibrated transducers working to achieve optimal performance. My understanding of that is there are two dynamic transducers, you could call them capsules if you like, working together to super focus in on that supercardioid pickup pattern. So basically, the signal getting to the mic is coming from here, and it's rejecting stuff that's going on around it.
If you're like me, you don't give a monkeys about what you just said, and all you want to do is to know what it sounds like.
This is what it sounds like. Now, it's worth saying at this point, again, that Paul and I agree on very few things in life, but this is one of them. When you're pointing microphones at speaker cones, at guitar speakers, the ideal place to start is with the mic pointing directly at the point at which the dust cap meets the cone.
That is the only right thing you've ever said.
We have both of these microphones, the 57 and the Nexadyne 5. They're the other side of the cone, because obviously you can't put them on top of each other, other than it's wrong.
It's as close as we can get.
So we're going to, Paul's going to play, and we're going to cut between the SM57 and the Nexadyne 5. So you've heard the difference between the 57 and the new Nexadyne 5, and I know which one I prefer.
Well, it's almost like, I mean, the classic combination is the 121 and the 57, and it's almost like what that's doing, it's much fuller, it isn't as mid-focus. So you've got the bottom end, which you get from the 121, and the mid-focus you'd get from the 57. So let's get rid of that 57, and let's...
I mean, it's physically going to stay, because I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
I think that sounds awesome on its own.
It sounds awesome. Yeah, that does sound absolutely fantastic.
Give it some beans, because I want to hear it with nasty noises.
Warts and all.
That's a great mic.
It's a great
now,
mic.
Shure are kind of marketing it, pushing it, if you like, as a live microphone because of the supercardioid pickup pattern. Obviously, it's going to reject stuff that's going on around it, which is great. And obviously, from a live point of view, you've got monitors and things. People do want guitar in their monitors. You might get feedback. We don't like that. But I think in the studio, especially a studio like this where you've got effectively a live stage, that's a great guitar mic.
Let's get that away. Start moving that around and let's show the people the different sort of tones that we can get out of a single mic in front of a speaker.
Now, the theory behind this is the further you push away from the dust cap, the darker, the duller it's going to get. The opposite to that, the closer to the dust cap you get, the brighter, some might say the harsher it's going to get. Let's find out.
Okay, I'm just going to play a chord,
Yep.
or play just strum a chord, and then you move it around, you can show the difference.
Now, we both like
Like that amp.
that more upfront, sort of closer to the speaker sound, don't we?
Well, yeah, but the thing is what sounds great isolated isn't exactly what sounds great in a mix.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
So even though it might sound better to our ears being more further away from the dust cap, if you want your guitar to really poke through the mix, a little bit closer to the dust cap.
Yeah, yeah. There's, like with all things in recording, there are no rules. There's what works for that particular track, what works that particular point in a track. I'm sure someone is going to say, you shouldn't set it up like that. But the reason I've done that is because I think these Shure mic clips were originally designed with 57s and 58s in mind.
Absolutely.
Therefore, hang it upside down, there's more chance of things falling out.
No, I think you're right.
And I like to take the element of risk away from my recording sessions. Not everyone has this luxury, but we have a 4x12 speaker.
Can I just say as well, 4x12s are the bargain speaker to buy.
Yeah.
If you've got the space, because no one wants these.
Nope.
And I can tell you no one wants this one because of what James has done to it, but no one wants a 4x12 because of the space it takes up. So you could pick up a 4x12, which would have cost a lot of money for next to nothing.
This one was 200 quid.
And you overpaid.
And that was a couple of 3 years ago before they really bottomed out.
You can pick these up for 100 quid now.
Oh, yeah, probably less than that because people don't want them.
Yeah, no one wants them.
However, the benefit or the bonus, if you like, of a 4x12 is you have 4 speakers.
And don't think they sound the same.
Not even close.
No.
It has to be said on that that Boss cab I've got, they do sound very, very similar, but they are newer speakers.
And they're precision-made speakers.
Yeah. This has got Celestion, I think they're GT75s, which I normally hate.
Oh, I think they're great.
But they sound fantastic in this cabinet. But let's not pretend that all four sound the same. So I'm going to move the microphone between the four speakers, between the four cones.
Yeah.
And I want you to hear the difference. It is quite remarkable how different they sound.
So try and get them in the same place.
I'm going to do it by hand.
Yeah, good
purely
idea.
because it's easier and I can do it quicker and
Good
stuff.
idea.
But
good idea.
Now, I would normally not want to stick my head quite so close to that cabinet at the same time as you doing that.
Yeah.
But it's massive, the difference.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, it's always one of these top two.
Is it?
On this.
Even though they're exactly the same speaker. But do you know what I'd do with that cab? I think I'd just go and get 4 great sounding different speakers. So go and get a, Celestion Gold, greenback, obviously, because it's the best speaker.
Creamback, a...
No, leave that G75 in there. It's great.
Yeah. But it's normally one of those two. It might sound different. Obviously, we can't audition as we're going through because obviously we haven't got headphones on and stuff. And even if I had, I don't think being sat there next to the thing would make much difference. But
it's not pleasant.
But yeah, it's very interesting. If you've got a 2x12 or a 4x12, always audition all the speakers in your cabinet because they always sound different.
They do. So we'll leave all the details for the Shure Nexadyne 5 in the notes below. So if you want to go and check it out, you can do. Thank you to Toman and to Shure for letting us make this video. If you got something out of this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click on the bell button and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the studio. I'm Paul.
I'm James.
And we'll see you next time.